okay? For instance, you'll see a guy headlining at the Spear. They probably be getting a couple of $1 million. But you'll see a guy on the undercard of a big show probably making more money than that guy.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash.
Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too.
Terence Crawford has spoken out, saying Floyd Mayweather only pushes for fights when there's money involved. Crawford explained that he never wanted, nor even pictured himself, stepping into the ring with Mayweather. In his view, matchups like that aren't about proving legacy but are designed to build hype and generate huge paydays. He pointed out that Mayweather seems more interested in chasing profit than real competition, especially with his exhibition bout since retiring. Crawford added that while Mayweather had his time at the top, the current era belongs to him, and he won't allow money-driven offers to take away from the accomplishments he's already built in the sport.
But I know how you is. You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever keep it real, boss, keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. I always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fight. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd. Nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll beat his ass. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
Many critics believe Floyd Mayweather's recent return to the spotlight has more to do with money than with cementing his boxing legacy. Once praised as a defensive genius with an untouchable record, he now takes part in exhibition matches that bring in massive paydays but add little to his sporting reputation. Observers also note how often Mayweather showcases his wealth, pointing out that he doesn't even rely on these fights for financial stability, yet chooses to continue them. As a result, many feel that since retiring, his priorities have shifted almost entirely toward business and profit, leaving some longtime fans disheartened about the direction his career has taken.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash. We see it a lot. These two don't seem to need the money. So I don't understand the need to do this. When talked about, Mike Tyson said, I still can't believe Floyd wants to really do this. It's going to be detrimental to his health, but he wants to do it. So it's signed and it's happening. Hey, when Mike fought Jake Paul, a lot was made of him being 58 years old. He's in tremendous shape. I mean, I saw him, and even in there, right? He couldn't get going at the rate that he expected, but early, he was fighting like Mike Tyson. Floyd Mayweather's much younger, but he's so much smaller. So I get why Mike is like, yo, I don't know what this dude wants to do. Because there was a world where no one would ever thought that those guys would end up in the ring together. And again, they don't need money. I imagine, though, it's going to be a
Former champion Timothy Bradley has been very vocal about a potential clash between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. In his view, Mayweather has always had difficulty with southpaws, and Crawford's all-around skill set would create major challenges for him. Bradley argues that Crawford brings weapons Floyd would struggle against, such as his switch hitting, precise timing, and ability to adjust seamlessly inside the ring. He downplays Mayweather's aura of being untouchable, suggesting that Crawford's unpredictable style could penetrate his defense. Bradley even went as far as to claim that Floyd isn't nearly as dominant when facing fighters with Crawford's attributes, a statement that has only intensified debates among boxing fans.
Absolutely, but Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too. He will beat him too. He got everything it takes to beat Floyd. Floyd struggled in the first half against Zab Judah. Zab Judah, a damn terrific fighter. Terrific fighter, but he ain't no damn Terence Crawford. Especially from the southpaw position. Floyd can't. Floyd didn't like fighting southpaws. Floyd reached with that right hand. You think he's gonna reach against one of the best back foot counterpunchers in the game? He gonna reach with that right hand against Crawford? He gonna get slept reaching with that backhand. The way he reaches with that. That level change backhand he throws too. Man, that pull jab he does too, that ain't gonna work. That is not gonna work. Floyd got a 72-inch reach. Yeah, he had quickness, fast reflexes. However, Crawford got all of that too. He got all of that too. And he got a 75-inch reach. Great counter puncher. Can concentrate all night. Can put pressure on Floyd. He can even invite Floyd in. Yep. I noticed. Floyd starts to, Floyd's not having success. He started to step on the gas. That's what he do. And he gonna run into problems with Crawford because Crawford hits harder than him. Crawford hits harder than him. Crawford is the most complete fighter that I've ever witnessed in real.
On the flip side, a number of boxing analysts caution against drawing direct comparisons between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. They point out that Mayweather's record is filled with victories over a long list of world-class opponents, something Crawford has yet to fully match in terms of depth and caliber. From this perspective, while Crawford's accomplishments are certainly impressive, they don't carry the same historical weight as Mayweather's body of work. Supporters of this view emphasize that Floyd's legacy is already firmly secured, while Crawford is still in the process of adding to his own, and placing him on the same level too soon would be premature.
Everybody acting like Bud is the second coming of Mayweather. Y'all got the game fucked up. Mayweather actually didn't get hit. Bud gets hit by dudes that, like, who on Bud's resume is an equivalent of someone on Floyd's resume? So that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Floyd not getting hit by elites, Bud getting hit by non-elites, and somehow y'all think Canelo not about to touch.
Boxing analyst Showbiz the Adult shared a strong opinion, suggesting that Terence Crawford should actually be ranked ahead of Floyd Mayweather for one major reason. He emphasized Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez, arguing that Mayweather, despite his legendary status, would never have taken on such a dangerous challenge under the same circumstances. According to Showbiz, Crawford not only moved up in weight but also faced Canelo while he was still in his prime, a level of risk Floyd often avoided by carefully selecting the right timing and opponents. In his view, that willingness to embrace risk elevates Crawford's legacy above Mayweather's more calculated career, presenting a viewpoint that disrupts the idea of Floyd being untouchable in boxing history.
Terence Bud Crawford greater than Floyd Mayweather, or better than Floyd Mayweather? Greater is a little bit different. Greater is impact, resume, all that shit, but better. Terence Bud Crawford, after what he did last night, is better than Floyd Mayweather because there is no way Floyd Mayweather would attempt to do that crazy shit. See, that's the insane Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvelous Marvin Hagler after being gone for 5 years type shit. Never being at middleweight, first fight at middleweight, being against Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Terence Bud Crawford never been on middleweight shit. The most he's been is super welterweight, and he was only there once. And he's fighting at 168 against one of the greatest super middleweights of all time, one of the greatest middleweights of all time, pound for pound, one of the greatest fighters of all time, reigning undisputed champion at super middleweight. That is unheard of, and that's something that Floyd Mayweather wouldn't even attempt.
Terence Crawford has openly expressed his frustration with the non-stop comparisons to Floyd Mayweather. He's been clear that he has no interest in facing Floyd, stressing that Mayweather had his era, and that time has passed. Crawford argues that this generation belongs to him, and instead of looking to the past, fans should recognize and celebrate the accomplishments he's building right now. While he gives Mayweather credit for his greatness, Crawford believes their legacies should stand separately. From his perspective, it's unfair to keep linking him to a retired fighter who is long past his prime, especially while Crawford is still actively establishing his dominance in the sport.
One is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going out that much.
Now,
Danny Garcia, who has shared the ring with several elite opponents, offered a balanced perspective when asked about a potential matchup between Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford. Rather than picking a side, Garcia predicted that the fight could very well end in a draw. He reasoned that Mayweather's defensive brilliance paired with Crawford's versatile offense might neutralize one another inside the ring. Garcia's take highlights the high regard both men hold in the boxing world, as many feel their skill levels are so evenly matched that even in theory, it's difficult to declare a definitive winner. His viewpoint only adds more fuel to the ongoing debate among fans of both champions.
Crawford has the tools to beat him. He has the long arms. He switches lefty and righty, but Floyd was pinpoint accuracy, tremendous defense. I just think whoever at 147, that's tough. I don't know. A draw.
Okay, what about Oscar De La Hoya and Crawford at 54?
Oh man, Oscar was a hell of a fighter, man. I think they could beat each other, to be honest. I think Oscar could beat him. Oscar's a hell of a fighter. He got great jab, good footwork. Oscar was a tremendous fighter. I feel like people really overlook his resume. He's an Olympic gold medalist. That's the hardest thing probably to get. It's harder than the world title.
Former champion Shane Mosley has voiced the opinion that Floyd Mayweather's size would ultimately work against him in a showdown with Terence Crawford. While acknowledging Floyd's technical brilliance, Mosley believes he simply doesn't have the physical dimensions to handle Crawford's strength, reach, and versatility. He explained that Mayweather's trademark defensive style could be disrupted by Crawford's ability to switch stances and use his physical advantages to dictate the fight. In Mosley's view, this is the key distinction. Mayweather excelled against opponents closer to his own size, but against a naturally bigger and stronger Crawford, the difference would be too much to overcome. His remarks emphasize how size, alongside skill, can be a decisive factor in fantasy matchups.
Though I've got serious personal differences with Terence Crawford, and I have ethical issues with Terence Crawford in the way that he negotiated certain things and certain things went down. However, at this point in his career, and I really believe since he's at 135 pounds, there's no question in the greatness and how terrific a fighter he is. So after he beats Canelo Alvarez and becomes the undisputed champion in his third weight division, people start asking the question of whether or not he's better than Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I think that is a fair question. And the reason that I say that is because they're the same size. They're the same size. They fought by and large in the same weight classes, and dominated right after one another. Really, there was the period of Andre Ward in between them. I would love to throw Andre Ward in the conversation, but I don't think that the comparison is as clean and easy to make between Terence Crawford and Andre Ward as it is between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Just again, because of the similarity in the weight classes that they fought in. So when Shane Mosley chimed in and talked about the two, my ears perked up. Perked up because if you recall, Shane Mosley was the one that gave Floyd Mayweather Jr. his most dangerous fight, without a doubt. His most dangerous fight, the one where Shane Mosley landed on Floyd Mayweather 2 times and rocked him in the first round. Shane was an older fighter. Floyd bared down and won the fight.
Showbiz the Adult offered a more balanced take when discussing the comparisons between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. He pointed out that Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez has fueled conversations about whether his legacy could rival, or even surpass, Mayweather's. Still, Showbiz warned against reducing such a debate to a single fight. While Crawford's achievement was historic, Mayweather's resume reflects decades of dominance across multiple divisions. In his view, any fair comparison must consider consistency, level of competition, and lasting impact on the sport. His perspective gives credit to Crawford's greatness while also showing respect for the legacy Floyd has already secured.
At a heavyweight to my Mount Rushmore. My Mount Rushmore is best boxers. Greatest is different. Greatest is impact. Now you're talking Floyd Mayweather, you're talking Muhammad Ali, you're talking, all those guys, Sugar Ray Robinson, everybody. But this is best. And sadly, when it comes to the heavyweight division, just by nature, the little guys are the better guys, okay? Not only are they better skill-wise, they have more opportunity to do greater things. Because they're small, they could go up weight classes, they can kind of test themselves more. The heavyweight division is at the top of the mountain, all right? So they're the badasses of the badasses. You kind of go up to them, but they can't push themselves up much more, except for within their weight class, they fight a very big guy and whatnot, like Usyk did with Tyson Fury.
Trainer Stephen "Breadman" Edwards shared a refreshing outlook on the ongoing comparisons. He urged both fans and the media to stop forcing the Crawford-Mayweather debate and simply let Crawford enjoy the spotlight from his recent success. Edwards stressed that Crawford's victory over Canelo was a once-in-a-lifetime achievement that deserves to be celebrated on its own merit, without constantly attaching Mayweather's name to it. He also criticized the immaturity he sees in discussions where fighters are needlessly pitted against one another. In his view, Mayweather is retired and should no longer be part of this conversation. The attention should remain on Crawford's accomplishments and giving him the recognition he has earned.
To Floyd.
You know, man, I don't really want to compare him right now, Hans, if we seeing everything that's going on with Floyd and Roy. You know what I mean? And, you know, they competitive guys. Next thing you know, Bud and Floyd to be mad at each other, man, and wanting to fight because people is like putting them against each other. Let's just enjoy the moment. I don't know. It's a close fight. You know, it's things Floyd do better. It's things that Bud do better. But I'd rather not say, because I'm not going to just lie and just say nothing, like, and make up something just to, I got my opinion on, you know, how the fights would go and, you know, but I think we should just let the man enjoy his great moment. He's a great fighter. And I see a lot of immature stuff, and I don't like the way things is going with Floyd and Roy. They two guys that a lot of the younger guys look up to, and they taking shots at each other in the media because of the who's better and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I just want to see Bud enjoy his moment. And, you know, unfortunately, they didn't fight. You know, they could have made, they kind of two different eras, though. Even though they was fighting at the same time, Floyd kind of was doing his different thing over there with PBC, and Bud's a lot young, about 10 years younger than him. So it didn't happen, and we got to just live with it. You know what I mean?
The boxing community remained split, with the debate showing no signs of slowing down. Supporters of Terence Crawford argue that his willingness to take risks and overcome major challenges, most notably moving up in weight to defeat Canelo Alvarez, proves he would have the edge over Floyd Mayweather. On the other hand, many fans believe Floyd's flawless record and unmatched defensive skills make his case unshakable. In reality, both fighters stand as greats in their own right, each representing a different era and a unique approach to the sport. The ongoing conversation is a testament to the impact both men have had on boxing, with their legacies continuing to fuel admiration, debate, and respect across generations.
Who's gonna win? I used to think that the size difference was too much, that Canelo Alvarez was like, man, how are they gonna do this? He's 168, Terence Crawford's 147. But seeing what I've seen from Canelo Alvarez and seeing what I've seen from Terence Crawford, and while Terence Crawford didn't look great in his last fight, he looked awesome against Errol Spence. But to me, Terence Crawford is as good as they come. He's another all-time great. He's a legend. He's one of the best that I've seen from a pound-for-pound standpoint. But to me, Terence Crawford, he's older, but a lot less wear and tear. He turned pro in 2008, but he has 41 fights to his name. Canelo Alvarez is 63. Canelo Alvarez also has taken more shots, has been in more wars, quote unquote, whereas Terence Crawford was just beating everybody's ass for a very long time. And almost all of his fights have been one-sided. And two, I think Terence Crawford's gonna beat him in September. I don't know how, but I think he's...
Terence Crawford's win over Canelo Alvarez is often seen as the defining moment of his career. By moving up 2 weight divisions to challenge one of the most dominant champions of this era, Crawford took on a risk few fighters would dare to accept. Yet he managed the bout with remarkable control and precision. The performance showed not only his technical brilliance but also his fearlessness in chasing greatness. Many analysts believe this victory secured his place in the all-time great conversation. For Crawford, it was more than just another win. It symbolized a legacy built on risk-taking, ambition, and the ability to deliver on the biggest stage.
After Terence Crawford defeated Saul Canelo Alvarez to become the new, undisputed super middleweight champion and achieving GOAT status of his era, a lot of people are wondering now, what could be the next step for Terence Crawford? And to be honest with you, there's a couple options. The great man himself did state a move to middleweight division could be his next step, and of course a certain someone caught wind of this. With this interview, Joanna Beck posted this with 2 emojis with a thumbs up and an A-OK. And to be honest with you guys, I would love this matchup here. I mean, Joanna Beck is one of the most feared and avoided boxers in the entire game today. And look, stylistically, this could be an absolute epic matchup. I mean, the boxing IQ and thunderous power in Janibek versus the GOAT himself. Who wouldn't want to see that? But of course, there are rumors that Carlos Adames could be Janibek's next opponent, and that could be a huge unification to see who's the top dog at 160. But after that, who knows, man? And of course, the next option could be the rematch between Saul Canelo Alvarez. And for me, I would absolutely love to see this. I mean, the first time round was absolutely amazing to see Terence Crawford achieve greatness. But to do it again, guys, who wouldn't want to see this? And to be honest with you, it could be even bigger than the first time round. Or option 3, in my opinion, could be retirement. I mean, what he's achieved in the game is absolutely unbelievable. Undisputed, not once, not twice, but 3 times, and defeating the guy, the man himself, Saul Canelo Alvarez, to achieve that. What more is there to achieve at this point right now, guys, honestly? But look, knowing Bud, I'm pretty sure retirement is out of the question. Well, at least for now. But after what he's achieved, no one can question what he decides to do next. And look, guys, for me, even if his next move is to go to middleweight, best believe I'll be there to watch it, guys. But guys, what's your thoughts about all this? And what do you think Terence Crawford should do next? Let me know.
That wraps up today's video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to stay tuned for more boxing breakdowns and debates. Until next time.